Hi, this is Sham Shankar from Ekascloud. In this video, I will be explaining about file permissions in Linux. So we will explore what file permission is. So I have WSL here with me. So I am in the root user now. So before moving to file permissions, so we have to know something called user account, and there is something called group in Linux. So basically, we have root account as the main account, which will have all the permissions to do anything, and within this root account we will have something called user account. We can have how many number of users. There's no limit in that. There are many users. So let's say I have created 3 users here. So I'll give like user 1, user 2, and user 3. So this is the root account, and with the help of the root account I have created I will be creating 3 user account, user 1, user 2, and user 3, and we can group all these under one group. So let's say uh, this is the development team, and we have de- sorry, developer 1, developer 2, and developer 3. So let's name these 3 user account as developer 1, developer 2, and developer 3, and we will create a group named dev team. So there will be one root account, and with the help of the root account we will be creating many user account, and I am going to create a group of accounts with the help of these 3 user account. So I want to explore file permission with the help of the user account and the group account. Okay. So now I will go to WSL, where we can see what is file permission and how can we use that in our Linux. So I have my root account here. So I will list all the folders in the file first. I will say ls. So as you all can see, these are the folders and present in the root account. So now I will create a text file inside this root account. So for that I am going to use VIM editor. I will give VIM test.txt and I will enter. So this will go to my VIM editor. I will go to insert mode. I will press I. It will go to insert mode. Now I will give text. This is a sample text document. So this is the text I have in my test.txt file. I'll give escape. So to save this text, I will give colon WQ exclamatory and I give enter. So I have created the test file and have inserted the content like this is the sample file. So to check whether it has saved, we can give cat text.txt, sorry, test.txt. As you can see, the text the content I have given here as is being visible. So this is the file I have created, test.txt. So let us give ls space hyphen ltr. So this is also listing of files and folders in this path. In this home directory, I am listing all those files and folders, and I give enter. As you can see, this is the file permission I was talking about, and here you can see this all these accounts are all these files and folders are in the root account, and this is the date of creation at which the account are created, And here you can see June 19th, I have created this account test.txt, and you can see this is the file permission. So these are many of the things are folder. So I will break this down. As you can see, I will copy this permissions for now and paste here. So as you can see, this is the file permission for the file I have created in test.txt. Okay. So the first letter will determine whether this is the directory. Directory means folder or a file. If the character is hyphen, it means it's a file. If that is a directory or a folder, it will be mentioned as D. So here we have created only text file. It is not a directory, so it will be hyphen. So in other files, you can see like DRWX like that. It will start with D because this media is a folder. So this USR is a folder. This var is a folder. So in the file permission, the first letter will denote whether it's a file or a folder or a directory. Folder or directory are the same. So if it is not a directory, it will mention like hyphen. So that will mention the first letter of the file permissions. So then we have to split these things into three parts. I will split this. So I have split it. So the first one is for the directory. I will mention here. This is for the directory or file. This will mention if that file is a folder, if that is a directory or a file. So the next three letters will represent R, W, and X. This will be X. As you can see, this will be X. The third character will be X. So this is nothing but read, write, and execute. So for the file I have created test.txt, the first column is called the user. The first three, after this directory, we have this three things like R, W, and dash, and this is the permission for the users we are created. So this is the permission for the user which created this file. Okay, so the user who created this file can read, write, and cannot execute. So this is the permission here. And the second one is for the group. Second one is for the group. Okay, so what this group determine means, so this is the permission for the group for this file. So the file will be in some of the users and the users will be in many groups, right? So for that group, what permission could be given? So I have given like only read. It is mentioned like only read permission is given for the other users in the group as the user. So let's say I have created this test.txt file at the user called dev1. Okay, the username is, let us say this is dev1, and there is another user called dev2 also. Okay, and both these dev1 and dev2 are in the same group. I have created the group called dev team. Under this team we have dev1 user account and dev2 user account. So I have created, let us say I have created this file with this permission in dev1. So this r dash dash will represent the permission for the group, for this dev team group. What is the permission it has to given? So if I have created this test.txt file in dev1, the other user, which is dev2, which is in the group of dev team, can only read the file and cannot write or execute. So hyphen hyphen means it cannot execute or write. Okay, so if the basic thing will be read, write, and execute, and if anyone is missing, it will be mentioned is in hyphen. So if I give hyphen wx, it can write and execute and cannot read. If I give r hyphen x, it can read and execute and cannot write. And if I give r hyphen hyphen, it can read but cannot write or execute. So that is the concept here. So the first three will mention the user, the one who created the file. What are the permission he have? He has the permission to read and write only. The second one will determine the permission for the group in which this user belongs to. The user who created the file will be in the group, and for that group, what permissions should be given for the file. So that is the group. And third one is the others. Others means it will the other user account which which will not come under this user or the group. Let's say I am creating a new user called QA. So this will not come. I have created only user account named QA, but not added in this group. So this will come under other accounts. So the other accounts will also have read access, not write access, and not executive access. So this is the file permission. In the Linux system, the first will determine whether this is a directory or a file. If it is a directory, it will mention is D. If it is a file, it will mention as hyphen. So the next three will determine the user the user who created this file, the permission for the user who created this file. The next three will be for the group in which the user is there, and for the other users within that group, the permission for the other users within the group. As I said, if the user is dev1 and the group, and he is the group called dev team, the dev1 and dev2 will have this permission because it is coming under the same group, right? So the other one is the account which will not come under the user or the group. So he will have the permission only to read this file. Okay, so this is about file permissions. So we can also change the file permissions. So let us say we have hyphen rw. So we can change the file permission. So before that, for changing file permission, there is some numeric notation for that. So I will mention here. Okay, so for read there is a numeric notation 4, and for w it is 2, and for x, for executing, it is 1. So this is the numbering format for this file permission. So for example, if you want to give the file permission, the permission to read, write, and execute means you will have to mention 7. If you add these three, it will get 7, right? So 7. So for example, let us say we are giving access only to read and write and not execute. Then we have to add only these two, 4 plus 2, and it will be 6. So we can mention this numbering for each and everything like user, group, and others. So let us say I have this permission here, rw hyphen r hyphen hyphen r hyphen hyphen. So the user cannot execute this file, but I am going to change this permission to rwx, rwx, and rwx. I will give all the permissions to read, write, and execute to all the users account and the other accounts. So for that I have this command called chmod, and I will give the first letter is for the users. I am giving 7. I am giving all the access, read, write, execute 7. And for the groups, I am giving same thing, 7. And for the other accounts also, I am giving the read, write, and the execute access. So 777, and I am going to mention the file name test.txt. So I have given the enter and I have changed the permission. So how can we check that? I will again give ls space hyphen ltr. Here you can see I have changed the permission and it is rwx, rwx, rwx. Okay. So let us say, so for full permission we will be giving 777. We'll give chmod 777 and file name. So this is for full permission. So for giving full permission to only user account means we will give chmod, we'll give 7, okay, and the group and the other users will have not any access. For that we have to give 00. 00 means they will have no access, and we have to give the file name. So file name. So this means the user who created this file will have full access to read, write, and execute, but the group in which the user exists have no permission, and the other user account or the group will have the no permission. Even they cannot even read or write the content. So this is the numeric format which I have mentioned. 700 means the user who created the file can read, write, and execute, but 0 means no permissions for the group and for the other accounts. So, and let us say I have given chmod 444 and the file name. So this means I have given access only to read for all the three, for the user, for the group, and for the other accounts. I have given access only to read the file. That is the thing with chmod 444. 4 means read, for writing it's 2, for executing it's 1. If we add, it will give us 7. 7 means full access to read, write, and execute. So for each thing, for user, for group, and other accounts, we will mention like 700 or 444 or 777 is for the full access. So this is how we will change the file permissions for the file we are creating, text file we are creating. All the folders also will have the same thing. So here we can see in this folder, this is a directory and it has permission to read, write, and execute to the user, but in the group it can only read and execute, cannot write. So for other accounts it can read and execute and cannot write. So this is the file permission I was telling. Okay, so this numbering system is very useful when we want to modify the file permissions. So this is all about file permissions in Linux, and thank you all. Thank you.